Hit me with it.
Okay, so firstly, thank you from me and Planet Mosh for taking the time out. I know it's a wet, miserable trek here. So, welcome to Ramblin Man. It's an awesome and random little festival in the middle of Kent. How did you find it?
It was great. We had a fantastic show. I did not expect that amount of people to show up for us. That was ridiculous. Everything went a little bit too good, almost.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, you know, when it's raining that hard, you kind of expect there to be problems, but no, had a fantastic time. And I think there was quite a lot of people there that I'm quite sure had never seen the band before, which was really fucking cool. So
it was nice because I was waiting, and obviously British Lions started before you guys. You could see everyone, but then you started singing, and you saw all these heads kind of going, hang on, and swarming over. So it was lovely.
Happy days.
So the man with stars on his knees. It's been really well received by the media. We love it. Planet Mosh. I've read a load of reviews of it, and fans likewise. I've seen so much positivity about it. So can you tell us a little bit about the story behind it?
So the man with stars on his knees, after a long story, means the man that bows to no authority. So it's a Russian tattoo history thing. When I was working with Basement, I was looking for other angles to comment at lyrics. I don't just like standard boring lyrics, you know, I love you, you love me, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I wanted to do an album that had a bit of substance, and I felt when I was with Heaven's Basement that I'd been restrained or constrained and couldn't really give people what I felt they deserved, which is the best side of me that could possibly be given. It was being very much sort of like shoved under a carpet and like, don't talk, it's, you know. So the band the album came together for that reason. Then I had to form a band, and I'm a massive fan of like cult classic movies and all that, you know, like Dogma, The Craze, Bronson, you know, Kill Bill, all that stuff, the good stuff. And I was like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to do like the 80s sort of like band in a leather jacket kind of thing. I've got lovely leather jackets. I never wear them. They're not my sort of thing. I like a nice baggy shirt. But so the album came together with 5 people. There's no fancy producer, there's no fancy co-writers or anything like that. I wrote the demos on my iPad of all places, and then put the album together with my friend of 15 years who produced it and did drums, Laurie Buchanan, my sister, who does guitar and bass, Ryan Woods, who also does guitar and bass, and Robin Martin, who did a lot of the visuals and kind of just helping us with like little bits and bobs here and there. And it was 5 friends. We've all known each other for a long, long time, and that was what was important to me about this record. We're a tiny little gang. We don't let people in unless they're sort of like, you know, there's an initiation to get into the Cold Classics camp, and I'm very proud of it.
Should be.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
So you guys recorded it at what was Plus 11.
That's
which
correct.
Is now Essex Recording Studios.
No. Essex Recording Studios was a mistake, and I highly recommend that no band ever goes there. It was run like James Curtis Thomas, phenomenal producer, best friend of mine and always will be, got into business with an American by accident, and Essex Recording Studios, I would highly recommend not going there. But no, Plus 11 Recording Studios, absolutely phenomenal. And it was just a group of friends in a room that was only maybe twice the size of this. That's where we built the album. And like James will be running. I think James is now working at a studio called Monkey Puzzle Studios in Bury St Edmunds. He's a freelance guy, and for anybody that wants to produce something that has the integrity, I guess, that the man with stars on his knees has, I would highly recommend they go and use him. He's such a good guy.
It's literally about 2 weeks after I went in there to do my demo with my band.
Oh really?
And he was still just buzzing. He was like, guys, we've just done this, and it's amazing. I was like, So
do you know James then?
Yeah.
Oh, happy days.
He's done all our old demos and that, and we love him. He's a good guy.
Yes, good heart. That's what it's all about.
Very much so, yeah. It's rare in the business to get. Okay, so you guys did Download Festival earlier in the year. I caught some videos and that of it looked amazing. How did you guys feel it went?
It was fantastic. I think today's show was better, much better. Like, because it's one of those things where you've got a brand new band and we're like, all right, we're going to go out on this massive stage, we're going to play to a few thousand people, and everyone's a bit sort of like on tenterhooks. But today, because we'd had that experience, we went back out there, and because again, it's nothing to do with age, it's to do with being a new band. It doesn't matter how professional you are, how many gigs you've done, and we've done hundreds in previous other bands, and obviously with Basement and all around the world with them. But there is an expectation when you've done all those shows, the audience come and they see it has to be a show. It's not just a pub gig.
Yeah.
So Download Festival, I think we put on a good performance. I think today was a bit more of a show. I think people kind of got that. It was a bit more fun, a bit more enjoyable.
Yeah.
There was a few laughs, and so that's what rock music is about. Rock music is about bringing people together, which is certainly what the Man with Stars' Knees was about doing, and I think we achieved that today, more so than we did down at Festival. So fuck yeah!
It was buzzing today. It was brilliant.
Good. Wicked.
So you guys have just been confirmed as a support for Life of Agony.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
What can we expect out on that tour?
Well, it's from the 15th to the 23rd of September, so going around all your major cities in the UK, and this, I think we're going to put in a couple of songs, or at least one song that we have never played before. A God Is No Friend has never been played live at all, ever. Maybe we'll look at something like Journey Out of Here, but I think that song in itself has got a particular. I have a vision in my head of when we're going to play that song. It's not quite on this tour, but I think we'll drop a God Is No Friend in the set. Maybe a couple of other ones as well that we don't play too regularly. And I might get the band, collectively, we'll talk about this, because that I want everybody to be happy with the music we're playing. That's what makes for a great show. I talked to them about maybe learning a couple of other old Filthy Empire tracks and see if we can slip a few in there, because we've done the obvious ones. I want to do something that's a little bit more fun, so at the end of that's what people come to a rock show for fun.
Exactly. So. Yeah, should be good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So, music industry as a whole, it's getting harder and harder.
Tell me about it.
So, any advice you give to people that you inspire, how to get out there and do it?
If you have a vision, go with it, and don't let anybody impede on the vision unless they're there to do something creatively positive or to help you. I don't want to use the word humble because I don't like that word. I would say be prepared. The most important thing about being in a band is organisation and preparation, and everything that we do with the Cult Classics is dictated by the lessons that I learned from when I was with Heaven Spaceman. And we had a fantastic time. I toured the world with them, but there are so many things that I wanted to do better. And although my name is on the tin of the Cult Classics, Aaron Buchanan, the Cult Classics, it ain't to do with me. There's 4 other guys that I solely depend on, and one of the smartest things I ever heard, or kindest, I don't know, one of the best things I ever heard Robert Plant say was, part of my charisma is reliant on the other 3, and for me, part of my charisma is certainly reliant on the other 4. And they're really good musicians. They've got great personalities. They're very, very passionate. I wouldn't double cross them, especially my sister. So, you've got to be strong. You've got to be prepared to take quite a few knocks on the chin, to the point where your face is a pulpy mess, and then you've got to heal yourself up and keep going, because it ain't ever going to be easy. And anybody, even we live in an industry where our competition is predominantly bands that have got parents that have got a lot of money. And if you've got a lot of money, you can buy yourself into the magazines, onto the radio stations and all that. And that's what American media is at the very least. And it's certainly becoming a thing in the UK. So just keep. This sounds so 90s and like hip hop, but keep it real. You have to go with what you believe in, and that is what happened with the Man with Stars' Knees, and that's the reason I'm very, very passionate about the way that it is perceived by people. And it was, I'm glad that the connotations that the media have given us have been to the likes of Chris Cornell and Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots and Queen and Alanis Morissette and all those 90s bands, because to me, the 80s era, there was some cool music there in the synth, like in the pop industry. 80s wise, there's some great albums, there's some great songs, but I don't want to get too known for like that whole sleazy thing. Sorry, excuse me. 70s and 90s, great. That's what I'm all about. So I don't know, integrity, I guess, is what I'm trying to say in a very long-winded way.
No, that's cool. Thank you for that. So, I know you've got that sponsor coming up on that, but what is the future in store for you guys?
So, the future for this right now is in the coming months we will put out another single, another video, which will hopefully get heard by a few people and go out on radio and all that stuff. There's a couple of talks about international tours coming up. I can't tell you who they are with, obviously. We'll be hitting the festival season, obviously, again, very hard next year. It's basically building those little blocks up the same way we did with Heaven's Basement. And it ain't, even for me, as much as I'd say to people, oh, it's not going to be easy for you, it ain't going to be easy for me either. You got to fight for everything, and fight I shall.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day for us.
No, thank you.
I enjoyed your set. We love your album, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.